Folks, we are back on the W.A.D.E concept presented by the Ring magazine, and I am sitting next to the showstopper, the King of New York. One half your main event, July 12th, in the Louis Armstrong Stadium. It's Edgar Berlanga. What's up, my man?
What's up, baby? Good.
Chilling, bro. Hey, first off, you didn't have to wear more. You didn't have to have so much ice on you. I didn't know if it was Edgar Berlanga or a freezer I was talking to. This man got ice, dude. You're wearing my condo on your neck. What are we doing here? You just had a stunt on me? Like, what are we doing?
Nah, man. You know, this is my image. You know, I grew up, you know, loving, you know, looking good. You know what I'm saying? I always felt if I look good, I feel good. You know, I could do the things I want good. So,
Do you think I could pull it off or no? I don't. You know, I could pull the chain off.
maybe one tennis
Just
chain.
one little bitty one.
You can pull it off.
Okay.
But then you're gonna go from being like you look like you probably like could do movies and shit
Okay.
to like a guy that
I'm gonna get a square off here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have it nice
you
and.
put the part, you know,
Yeah,
get the chains on, then you're gonna really look like a New Yorker.
I got a bunch of friends that live up in this area, Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
For you, how important is it to put her on for not just the city of New York, but for Puerto Rican heritage, for everything that matters most to you?
It's everything. That's what's, you know, I'm not going in there by myself. You know, I'm going in there with my team, with my family for Puerto Rico. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans on the island that's with me, you know, and I'm going in there with them, my ancestors, you know, from the 1800s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, those people are going in that ring with me. You know, I think that I keep saying I know that I'm destined for something great, and Hamzah is just in the way. You know what I'm saying? So we can't overlook him. I can't look what's behind him, and you know that's the Canelo rematch and this and there's a lot of things that's lined up for us that could happen. You know, but right now we got to focus on him. You know, because if we don't get through him, everything goes out the window.
Facts. I think you said a lot of people in your corner. And before we got on camera, you said, I got to perform.
Yeah, I got to. I'm home. And my home, one thing about New Yorkers, bro, they love a fight. And they love grit. And they love when you put your balls on the table and get it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, New York is a place where if they love you, they love you. Yeah. But if they don't like you, they'll shit on you. You see with the Knicks, see how they start doing parades and everything.
Before y'all a little premature.
Yeah, they go crazy, bro.
Can't be doing that. You got the Celtics winning last night. Y'all thought the series was over. It ain't over yet, big man.
But they feel like it's a victory because you know the Knicks always been in the dump. So it's like when they get this far, it's like
So are we back, by the way? Are the Knicks back?
I hope they are. You know what I'm saying? I want them to win. They from New York. You know, I'm not a big basketball fan, but you know I rep New York. You know,
are you big like baseball, football? No.
Everything. You know, Jets. Giants.
Okay.
I Giants. I love Jets. You know what I'm saying? But Giants is my team.
Right. Okay.
Yankees. You know, I love the Yankees. I love the Mets. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of.
How you gonna love the Yankees and the Mets though?
You gotta love. Bro, I'm from New York, man.
I didn't know if that's a thing.
One thing about me is that if I get love from if you get love from both places,
you gotta reciprocate. You gotta reciprocate. Yeah.
So I gotta be equal. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be in the middle and just love both.
So the Nets too, obviously Brooklyn. Come on.
What?
The Brooklyn Nets basketball
team.
Team.
Good. Yeah, but they're not.
That's got to be your squad.
Yeah, but they just I don't know. I feel like with me they like new still. You know
expansion
like,
team. Yeah,
you know, they
gotta.
Knicks is
they used to be
legend.
Jersey bound. They moved up here. Now you claiming Brooklyn. It ain't like that, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I can't come up here and claim Brooklyn if I just move up here, right? I'm from the South. I'm from Tennessee, so we can't just.
You gotta go through me if you want.
I gotta check in. Okay, I'll check in. I'm my fault. I didn't know. I had to check in. That's cool. So yeah, talk to me about Hamzah, man. We just did the face-off.
Yeah.
We did the press conference. You've been in front of him all day. What's the energy, man? What are you feeling from him?
Fight. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to go away for 9 weeks, go into hibernation mode.
Because he thinks you're crazy, by the way.
Yes,
you can tell.
I don't give a fuck what he thinks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I am crazy.
A little bit. You gotta be
crazy.
In this game, you gotta be.
Look at the legends.
Yeah,
look at every legend. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Look at Conor McGregor. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at Kobe Bryant.
Mike Tyson.
Look at Mike Tyson. Look at Muhammad Ali. These guys are crazy. People thought they were psycho. But you can't be a normal guy and try to be. You can't be normal and then think you're gonna be a legend.
No.
Ain't no way, bro.
No.
Being like that, quiet, you ain't gonna be. You gotta be a little crazy. Roberto Duran, you gotta be crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Julio Cesar Chavez, you gotta be crazy. These guys is crazy. You know, so you got to be a little crazy to get to that level. I don't think if you're normal, you won't get there. You got to be a little bit crazy to get up there. Because when you're crazy, you want to try new things and in the ring. You know what I'm saying? If you're a certain way, you're gonna be scared to take that leap of faith and say, you know what, let me try this. I'm gonna be in the gym. Yo, Mark, I want to go 25 rounds in sparring today. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts,
shit like that. Like that's crazy.
But you just told me too before we got on camera. You're like, bro, I'm about to go train right now.
Yeah.
Today got you hyped up, or you just?
Nah, yesterday as soon as I got here, I landed. My flight got delayed. I got
Me
here,
too,
like,
by the way. What's going on? LaGuardia, get it together.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they tripping. And
Crazy.
I came from Tampa, so when I got here, I landed like at 10. I called my strength and conditioning coach. I'm like, yo, I'm here. Like, I'm getting to the hotel. I'm dropping my shit off. I'm grabbing my bag, and we're going straight to the gym. We was in the gym till like almost 2
I
in
could
the
tell,
morning.
man. The gun's popping out. I didn't know those was registered.
Yeah,
In the state of New York, you know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
get those things checked out, you know?
But I came back 2 in the morning, 8. I got up at 9 in the morning. Here with y'all doing all of this.
Yeah.
After I'm done, I'm going right back to train.
Just locked in,
That's
different.
it, bro. At the end of the day, man, like, you know, all the talk and everything we doing is, you know, it's cool. But, you know, when it's all said and done, July 12th, when me and him is in that ring, it's only me and him.
Yeah.
So,
I like that, though. I like the talk because, one, to me, it shows you're confident.
Yeah.
And two, I kind of talked to you about this earlier. You put pressure on yourself. Can't really anybody else say shit to you. You know what I'm saying?
all.
Like, if you put, like, this is what I'm going to go do. That pressure's already been put on you by you.
100%.
So whatever they say, it don't matter. Because you already got, put it on me. Go ahead. Say whatever it is. There's nobody that's yeah, exactly.
Everything is mental. As long as you good here, this controls your body. Your mind controls your body. Whatever you tell yourself you want to do, you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I want to run through this wall, right? No, I'm serious.
Right.
No, I'm serious. If I want to run through that wall right there.
Don't, by the way.
and
We can't
Coach
have
Mark always told me, if you want to go through something, you put your mind to it, you're going to do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like you see like the rats, right? Right? You see the rats when they start digging holes.
Okay.
Like I'm from the projects.
Big problem out here in New York, right?
Yeah,
big
like,
rat
I'm from
issue.
the projects. I used to have a lot of rats, but
We shoot them where I come from. We take the gun out and just line them up. You know what I'm saying?
We chased them with fucking with bats and
Teeing off on the
mops and
rats?
shit.
The
Yeah,
mops?
trying to get them out. But like when we was younger, but you know, a rat, what it does, it keeps scratching
Yeah.
until it gets that hole. Then that was inside the house, right? So it's the same way with us. Whatever we put them onto, we gonna do it.
Thanks. So when it comes to this fight, you know, like I said, I saw this energy between you and Sheeraz. Something you pointed out, and I thought was interesting. You were like, to me, you're Canelo. Like, you're the best person. Even if you already went to 12 with Canelo, you're the best person I've ever faced because you're the next guy I face.
Yeah.
And you felt like he didn't have that same energy for you.
At all. That's how I knew I beat him already. I already beat him.
Mentally, you just
Mentally, I
think
already beat him.
he's checked. Like,
Yeah.
he's trying to overlook you already, think the next thing.
Right there, I beat him. That's why I told him I just beat you. You don't even know I just beat you, bro. Because I'm looking at you like Canelo. I'm going away for camp, nigga. Like I'm not. Certain part of my word.
No, we're
I'm not
good.
going. I'm not going back home. I'm going away. Like he's my Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Once I get him out the way, it's like, all right, now, yo, Turkey, let's sit down, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk, man.
What'd you say? What'd you say
man.
to him? You said Turkey was what? You said
Turkey's his pappy. You know, that's his pappy right there. Turkey got him like this, walking like, hey, don't talk. When I talk, don't say nothing. When I tell you to move, you move. So he's doing that. That's what I'm saying. He don't want to be in New York. Like, he don't want
Right.
to be fighting in New York. Come on. He's just doing this because they putting the pressure. I'm like, yo, you got to take this fight because if not, you're not going to get the Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, oh, fuck, nah, I'm going to take the fight. But
you think about it, like the way you talk about how Turkey looks at him, that says a lot for how Turkey looks at you. That he wants Sheeraz to come over here in your backyard and take this kind of challenge at his first fight at 168. That's a big deal, man.
yeah, maybe Turkey's underestimating me. I think you're underestimating just a little bit.
Okay.
And it's maybe, you know, it's boxing, so I don't take nothing personal.
But should light a fire, too.
It lights a fire because then after that, we're going to sit down with you. We sit down like this, me and you. We have some dinner.
Just kick me out, Turkey. You can sit here.
And we, you know, we
Break
talk
bread.
real money.
Yeah.
We talk real money.
Yeah.
They you know,
Listen, I ain't pocket watching.
No,
You look like you got it right now.
no. They could buy this right here. A million of these. A million of these, they could buy a million times,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So you got to respect it, you know?
100%.
The money's different,
Facts.
you know?
Now, speaking of the money being different, 100K bet, huh? I watched it go down. The handshake made it official. Well, I don't know if it's official, but we going to honor it? You think they're going to honor it?
Oh, yeah. I already spoke to this guy.
Okay.
He said, yeah, so.
100K on the line. Does that make it a little more sweet for you?
Yeah, hell yeah. Now it gets me going.
Awesome.
He never did no shit like that.
I was going to say, you kind of stuck it on him, and it was like, do we have to look around and say, yeah?
I do shit like that.
Okay.
You don't even know. I do shit like that.
I don't do shit like
my
that.
whole life. That's why I'm comfortable. He ain't tell me let's bet 100K. I was the one that told him that.
Yeah.
Let's
You know the type of shit I do? I lose like 500 at the casino. That's the shit I'm on. And I don't go back. That's mine.
Let's go.
When you're doing 100K, that's stuff.
I know, but now I did more than that on myself. Like, basically my whole life I bet on myself. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why you are in the position you're in, I think. And that's why you're going to the place you're going. You talked about risk. You talked about being a little crazy. It's honestly just you saying yes to every challenge in front of you, man. Mm-hmm. I respect the hell out of it.
Yeah, and I want to fight the best. I'm not over here cherry picking nobody. I want to fight the best.
That's why I
want to make the biggest fights happen.
Yes.
Where there's a lot of fans and, you know, people can enjoy it. That's the part of boxing. You know what I'm saying? People worry about their people worry about a lot of different things, man. It's about giving the fans a great fight, bro. Yeah. Look at me, Canelo. Nobody don't talk about. They talk about what they talk about is, yo, you and Canelo, man, y'all need to do a rematch, bro. Why, bro? In that arena, everybody was on their feet. When I tell you,
I was in Vegas that night. I remember.
You know, everybody in that arena was on their feet. That's why it went from boos to after the 12th round. I was leaving. I felt like a fucking superstar.
Respect.
Bro.
You earned so much respect.
Bro, I was walking through the MGM to go have dinner at a little diner that was in the MGM. Bro, I had a mob of Mexicans, bro, mobbing me, bro. It's pictures, telling me I'm a legend, telling thank you. Bro, they don't remember. They're not remembering. Oh, you lost it. No, they remember. Yo, you and Canelo fought a fucking amazing fight, bro. Just like the Guardian Ward. No, I never spoke about, yo, who won that fight? I just look at the fight and I'm like, yo, that was a fucking war, all those 3 fights. That's what they talk about. They don't talk about, oh, but Ward won. No, they talk about, yo, they went at it. And that's what boxing is about.
What's your relationship now like with Canelo? I'm interested because it felt like there was a lot of respect between you two after the fight. And then I saw you kind of gone off on him on Twitter. What's it like right now? How do you look at Canelo?
Nah, it's hot.
It's back up.
No respect. Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I gave you I gave you so much respect after the fight. You know what I'm saying? I told you, yo, you changed my life. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, thank you for the opportunity. And then you went on, and you did an interview, and you said I ran. You crazy? I'm trying to survive. And it's so funny that he's saying that the whole fight week, and then he fights a guy that's and he fights a guy that's really trying to survive. And it's like, then you see him complaining to Skull, like, yo, bro, come on, man, fight, man. So it's like, who was really trying to survive? You know what I'm saying? And you know me, I'm a guy that you try to troll me, you try to, make fun of me, I'm going to troll you right back.
Wow. So that it's back up now. So
hell yeah. Now it's personal with him. Yeah. Me and him, it's personal. But I got to get, I got to get my shit back.
Of course. Now, when it comes to fighting in general, I've always had this question ready for you because I feel like you're a guy that gets down outside of the ring too. You been in any street fights, man?
When I was younger, yeah.
Any like crazy one that you care to not maybe you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to
not crazy.
But
because I'm not gonna lie, man, like a lot of people love me, and I knew how to fight. Remember, I was boxing since I was 6 years old. So, when I was younger, my dad went away for prison, in the projects and stuff. Imagine me, light skin, like you, no facial hair, pretty boy. These guys was bad little kids, you know what I'm saying? They was breaking car windows, robbing cars, you know what I'm saying? Working with bats and stuff, and it used to get crazy, and I used to want to be outside. I'm a kid, I want to hang out outside, and I used to go outside and I had to prove myself, you know what I'm saying? I had to get my respect, so I used to have to beat people up, you know what I'm saying? I used to be like, yo, and I used to be like, yo, let's get it. Boom, 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 boom. Knock them out.
Straight like that.
And then after that, it's just, in my project, he used to be like, yo, Edgar. He used to call me, yo, Edgar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Coming out of school, it was like a fight, boom. And then I got my respect.
I was going to say, it got to a point where everybody learned not to mess with you.
Yeah, and then also, too, me going to the gym, so I stood it happened a lot when my father went to prison. Because, I used to skip school. try to skip school and also skip the gym. You know what I'm saying? To like, you know, be outside.
Yeah,
and try
yeah.
to, you know.
That's where everybody else is, yeah.
And you know, that's what like drew me into like wanting to be in the streets and fight. You know what I'm saying? And one time with my dad, like my sister like was fighting with this young kid, like grabbed my sister by the hair, and like my dad was like, yo, my dad told me like, yo, look what you did to your sister. I looked, went up to him, boom, knocked him out.
One shot.
Knocked him out, boom.
Cold.
Yeah, he like grabbed my sister by the hair. They was
It's
like
over.
playing the game. It was over. You know, my stepbrother was way older than me. We was in the school together. They used to be like, yo, like one time we was in, like I was in a class, but my stepbrother was older than me. This is my ex-stepbrother. He was older than me. And I was like, I used to protect him. So like they came to my class, they're like, yo, these two kids was beating the shit out of your
It's
brother.
on. Yeah.
I was like, where they at? They was in the bathroom. I asked the teacher, can I go to the bathroom? Yeah, you go. All right. You know, you gotta raise your hand.
Yeah.
I go to the bathroom, they still there. Demolished them in the bathroom. Bing, bang, bing. I swear to God. Bing, bang, bing. Both of them got suspended, trying to expel me out the school.
No.
You know, so.
You've been in them streets.
Yeah.
Listen, I grew up very sheltered. Thank you to my mom and dad. And
Shelter homes.
Shelter,
I seen, like,
country boy
shootouts.
shelter. You know
I
what I'm
seen
saying?
like 6 years old, bro, seeing shootouts.
Oh,
like, outside my
shelter
window.
homes, different. I was like, wait. Sorry,
Nah,
completely
for real.
different. My shelter, your shelter, different.
You know what's that, bro? I wake up and you hear fucking car windows in the Bronx. Hear car windows splashing, bah, psh, and I get up. It was in the shelter, and I was in Hunts Point. I get up, I was climbing on top of the where the sink is at. It was a window, and I was just standing at the whole shootout. Bah, bah, they was just shooting back and forth. My mom grabbed me, crying, get on the floor. You know, we was like level. We was like almost on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like on the street floor.
By the way, the way you're talking about this is like it's just nothing, which is crazy to me because I would be petrified for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's like a
Shaped
like a
you,
war
though.
zone.
This
Yeah,
is
it's a
what
war zone.
shaped you.
It made me humble too.
Yeah.
It made me humble because it made me, you know, respect, you know, a lot of things because, you know, that life is not cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't condone it. So me seeing that, like, and then, you know, my dad going to prison and leaving and coming back and then leaving again, going to prison, I just had a different type of respect, you know what I'm saying, for people that, you know, that's in their life. And then I try to, like, you know, talk to these young guys now, you know what I'm saying, and telling them, like, listen, bro, you can't be doing that, you know what I'm saying, like, you got to do this the right way, you know. And a lot of people, like, drawn to me because they see me, and I'm a positive guy, you know, I'm not a sucker, but I'm also, because for you to do good in life, you don't got to be a sucker, you know what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of people feel like that, like, for you to be a good person and do good in life, whether you got a career or whether you're working a 9-to-5, they feel like, oh, that's a sucker. No, that's not a sucker, that's a real man, you know what I'm saying. That's a real man is a guy that take care of his family, take care of his moms, take care of his father, you know what I'm saying, take care of his kids, you know, that's a real man.
Love that.
You know, being in the streets and acting like a bad boy, nah, it's not cool, you know.
Well, now you're doing this to take care of your family. Give me one last down the lens prediction. July 12th, you step in that ring. Across from you is Hamzah Sheeraz. The bell rings. What happens? Tell the people.
Sheeraz?
There he is, man. Edgar Berlanga. Once again, he's one half of your main event. Stay tuned, July 12th from the Louis Armstrong Stadium. Thanks to the ring. It's the W.A.D. concept. What happens then? I don't have those answers, but I guess we'll find out.